Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, September 15th, and this is the weekly update to the Defiance High Income ETFs. But first, we kind of have to go over the latest news. A lot has happened. Right now, I'm on the Defiance website. So if you go to QQQY or one of the others, you can go to their prospectus link, and it'll pull up some of what they recently filed, which is for QQQY, JEPY, and IWMY. This is effective, or at least filed, September 11th. You'll see on the date. So let's go through some things. All right. Effective September 26th, the ticker symbol for Defiance S&P 500 Enhanced Options and Zero DTE Income ETF will be changed from JEPY to DTE. So like QDTE and XDTE and now RDTE, they're changing JEPY to WDTE. I have a slight feeling, though, it's not because of Roundhill. It may be because of something with JEPI. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a question for Sylvia. And I don't know if she's going to be able to answer it, but someone should. That's a good question for the interview we'll do at the end of the month. So if anyone asks it, I will pull it up on the screen. So again, because if it was their choice, then why wouldn't they change all three, right? So anyway, that's not a big deal. But anyways, let's see what else they did. Effective immediately, each fund's principal investment strategy is supplemented to reflect the use of options that expire on the same date. Zero DTE. Okay. Obviously I skipped at the top. Current fund name, new fund name. They're changing their names to include Zero DTE Income ETF. And then obviously down here, it's kind of mentioning that, which I always thought they kind of called themselves that anyway, even though they're not Zero DTE, but it looks like now they will be. Let's see. Next day, we don't have to go over that. All right, under the heading, funds use of index options contracts, the fifth sentence of the fifth paragraph really is revised to read as follows. The expiration dates at the time of purchase for the fund sold puts will range from same-day expiration to 1 week. I don't know what it's currently stated. Maybe it said 1 day to a week, so maybe it's changed from 1 day to same day, which is good. Same day puts, that'll be pretty good stuff right there. And it's optional too. They don't have to do it like that every single day. That's what I like. So that's good change. What else? Nothing there. So Zero DTE, yeah, we know. So this is kind of not talked about. If you look at the bottom sentence, effective immediately, each fund will seek a minimum daily income of 0.15%. I believe the current prospectus said 0.25%. So this is showing they're going a little less aggressive. And what's the reason? I would say the reason is community outreach of complaining of the NAV decline. So if they strive for a lesser daily income rate, obviously they can sell puts less aggressively, essentially securing a much better appreciation in the actual ETF price. And obviously they'll pay a lesser yield, so you get, be careful what you wish for. So in the end, is this a good move? I think so. Overall, again, they're making a lot of changes here, just like YieldMax, same week. Oh, I skipped the second to last sentence. Effective immediately, each fund's principal investment strategy is revised to reflect that it will seek to provide weekly distributions. As a result, all references in the prospectus of monthly hereby change to weekly. So Defiance, obviously another change. They're going to pay weekly. They're going to strive for 0.15% on the daily. They're going to do zero DTE if they deem it right, and they're going to change JEPY to WDTE. So that's basically the changes. their prospectus, I like how they have this set it up. They just have like the latest one. So the last update was July 17th. So this was the latest one, September 11th. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys because I kind of briefly went over it on a Yield Max video the other day, but it's only fair to go over it on my Defiance video for the people who do not like Yield Max and watch me for Defiance. I assume there are some of you out there like that. By the way, if there is, give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know where you're at. All right, so also let me know what you think about these new changes. I think every change they did outside of the name change, which I assume was forced, is a good change. I like 0 TTE. I like the, striving for 0.15%. Because again, obviously they are really aggressive. So if they tone it down a little, I'm okay with that. And then obviously if they pay weekly, well, again, that I don't care about that, to be honest. It's actually rather annoying because I track my income on my spreadsheet, and I'd rather just update it once a month. If I have to update it weekly, I'd rather put it in a different account, right? Because again, it's a nuisance, I'll say. Is it nice to get paid weekly? Of course it is, right? Of course it is. But it's I don't know. What I'm really hoping for is they have the same exact payment schedule as Roundhill. And if they do, I am going to make a side-by-side comparison spreadsheet of the two. And it basically cover them together. I think that'll be cool. So we'll see what dates come out. Obviously, their website, if I go to it, if I go under distributions, the dates aren't really updated. It shows the next distribution, still monthly, 9/30, 10/31, but it says effective immediately. So I don't know how soon they're going to do this, maybe starting October, but I don't know, guys. If you guys know anything, let me know. But this is filed. It's on their website. So I don't know. All right, let's get to the spreadsheet. By the way, a lot of this spreadsheet is going to change when all this becomes effective. Obviously, I have a deck date yield. This is tracked monthly. I mean, this is not going to happen anymore if it's weekly. Forget it. This is just too much maintenance. So you could pretty much say goodbye to this tab. This tab, again, the format's going to be a little different. I'm going to make it somewhat like similar to the Roundhill format, how I cover Roundhill. And it's a little hard to put the distributions, this way when they're paying frickin' weekly. I mean, weekly, again, it's nice, but it's a pain in the ass when you're tracking these funds. All right, so anyway, let's get to it. Let's see how they did this week. So, as you know, the last distribution QQQY paid was $345, and then they had a horrible start. And then we kind of left it off. I think $1.76 was where we left off. And from there, they made 32 cents. They made 24 cents, 30 cents, 23 cents, and 19 cents. 5 positive days in a row, okay? So they did rather well. So, again, I don't know how to track. I guess that's the Friday to the Monday, the 32 cents. I guess we should count it on the new week, right? Because that's not going to come up until the following. So what's today? Today is 9/15, right? So that's, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to track where we left off, even though this whole sheet's going to change anyway. So I guess it really doesn't matter now that I think about it. But, I'm pretty sure we left off last week, $1.76. So they made money 5 days in a row. That's all that matters. Unfortunately, they're still, for the month to date, they're down 48 cents. But hell, what a comeback, man. They're getting there. Total return from inception, they're up 10.87%. JEPY, their latest distribution was $2.75, and they were down. They were down $1.39 per share for the month. So since the last video, they made 23 cents, 27 cents, 23 cents, 20 cents, and 21 cents. So 5 days in a row of income. Unfortunately, they're still not flipped positive. They're still down, but only down a quarter, 25 cents, which, again, not bad considering they were down $1.39. It's not easy to come back from that. So, again, good, really fantastic week. Total return, they are up 11.68%. Good job, JEPY. Or should we call you WDTE now? All right, IWMY, their latest distribution was 367. All right, and why am I saying their latest distribution? Because we do have the recovery rate. Unfortunately, I can't really talk about it unless there's actual positive income. But based on the latest video, they were down to $1.61. And similar to the others, 5 positive days in a row, 25 cents, 7 cents, 26 cents, 25 cents, 24 cents. I mean, you can't beat that, right? Over $1. So they're only down 54 cents now for the month. Total return looks pretty damn good. They're up 13.25%. So solid stuff right there. And then you got SPYT. They paid 33 cents last time. They were down 76 cents. So they made, again, 5 days in a row. This was just a really good week. And they made 16 cents, 11 cents, 18 cents, 11 cents, and 12 cents. They are negative 8 cents. Total return, 7.95%. USOY, their latest distribution was $1.05. We left off, they were down 82 cents. How did they do? They made 4 cents. Unfortunately, they lost 27 cents the one day, and then they made 13, 35, and 8. So they're down 49 cents for the month. Total return, they're in the negative 5.02%. So again, not that great. For USOY, QQQT, 31 cents was their latest distribution. We left off the last video. They were down $1.08 for the month, which is awful. But they made 21 cents, 17 cents, 36 cents, 16 cents, and then 9 cents. That put them at negative 9 cents for the month. Not bad. Total return, negative 2.23%. I mean, they're going to flip positive at some point. Again, QQQT started at a really, really terrible spot. There's no update to the summary tab because, again, there's no monthly payment. There's no new payment. This is one of those things. This is one of those spreadsheets that's probably going to be eliminated, unfortunately. Like if they do weekly, then I don't know. I'll have to figure out another way to show, how much you should reinvest because there's no way I'm tracking this freaking weekly. I mean, forget it. Again, getting paid weekly is wonderful. Unless you're in the administrative department at Defiance or YieldMax, then you probably want to quit, right? Those people, they're probably so pissed off. I would be. I'm pissed and I just have to log my own payments. But, it's more of a nuisance than it is a benefit to me. I know it's not, the retired people who don't track their stuff, they're like, no, they're like, shut up, I want weekly. But there's so many damn freaking funds that you can organize weekly yourself. But anyway, we could probably say goodbye to this very soon. But the latest one, I'm showing the amount to reinvest for QQQY. By the way, this just means based on how much they paid versus how much they made. QQQY, I'm showing 77%, JEPY 70%, IWMY 74%, SPYT 16%. USOY and QQQT, I'm showing over 100% because they're not very profitable at the moment, total return wise. So, so the others you can take, they've been around longer, so these numbers are, I'll say, pretty good overall. It's a lot to reinvest, but as their total distribution goals, decrease, the amount to reinvest will be much less because they're striving for less. So the NAV will be more stable, which is what people want. People are getting what they want. Maybe not all people, maybe not me, but some people. All right, let's go to status and we can see the growth of the funds. All right, so prior week, did they grow to current week? That's the idea. So prior shares QQQY did go down 125,000. So people sold out this week. JEPY, people sold out by 25,000. IWMY, newcomers, 50,000 worth. SPYT, jumped up 25,000. USOY jumped up 50,000. Good job. So overall, up and down all around. So, the fund they grew last week overall. This week, it's half and half. But overall, it's not like, in the beginning, it was growing massively. Now it's kind of, staying in the middle. But people, there is a lot of interest in these funds. And I think the new change will bring in more shareholders. Again, Defiance is clearly a competitor to Roundhill. YieldMax is not, in my opinion. I don't know why YieldMax went weekly. don't have to. They run the space. They run the high yield space. They did not have to go weekly. Defiance, okay, fine. This is a smarter move because they do a similar strategy. Although they sell puts, through the overnight, right? Through the next day, which is different from round hill to the same day. But now, Defiance is saying we now have the ability to do same day options. And we are also paying weekly. So, round hill sells calls, Defiance sells puts, so two different strategies, but two awesome strategies. And I think both have a really good place, in the portfolio overall. So I think, as much as of a pain in the ass it is to monitor and track my dividends if I get paid weekly, as much as that sucks, it is awesome because you can organize between Defiance and Round Hill a good solid paycheck every single week, which is awesome. It really is. So I look forward to it. Again, the tracking is going to change completely. And I do hope they have matching ex-dividend date and payment dates. That'll be awesome. So we can get a clear-cut comparison. In fact, I'll combine the Round Hill and Defiance video. It'll just be one video, side by side, right? And it'll give us an idea of who's performing better. If they choose different ex-dividend dates, I can't really do that, but if you guys still want the side-by-side, I could think of something. I don't know, but either way, let me get your feedback on that, because I assume, people who buy Round Hill have some interest in Defiance and vice versa. So if you'd like to see them compared, let me know. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, we'll try again next week. Again, the whole format of Defiance, unfortunately, is going to change based on the new changes. So I don't know what it's going to look like yet. But as of now, the website has not reflected their new dates. So there's nothing I could do. Once they do reflect the new distribution dates, unless I'm missing something. If I am, someone please let me know if I'm missing something. But once they do update that, then, we will think of a good way to track it. Probably still do it weekly. Whether or not it's going to be combined with Round Hill is another story. Whether or not people want it combined with Round Hill, I guess that's the question. Versus why do two separate videos if they're doing the same exact strategy with the same dates. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, and comments, please leave them down below, or questions, concerns, all that jazz. All right. So outside of that, just let me know what you guys think overall. Are you impressed? Are you sad? Are you annoyed? Oh yeah. Why not do a Bitcoin update, right? Let's see. Has nothing to do really with Defiance, but why the hell not? What do we got? Still up, still green, up 0.4%. So anyway, that's all I got. I guess I got to do keyword. It is a morning video after all. Keyword. Freaking weekly, man. Freaking weekly. I know a lot of people are yelling at me. How do you not like weekly? It's not that I don't like weekly. It's that I deemed it unnecessary in certain things, but it's a pain in the ass to track when you track your dividends, right? But that being said, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you're going to say freaking weekly, all right? Or you could say whatever the hell you want, I guess. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Later.